search of the home that he appeared to have been staying in the Hollywood Hills. So we now find out that they were testing for blood. There's something called luminol, which can light up
Everyone's
a floor.
seen this on CSI.
Yeah.
That they spray it and it, allows them to see if there are traces of blood, even if it's been cleaned up.
So they were looking, on the floors. They were looking in drains to see if there were any traces of blood. We don't know what the results of the search were, but it's significant because the Tesla that contained her body in the trunk was parked nearby. And so it seems like their working theory is she might have been
She were just killed or dismembered in the house and then placed in that car and parked, a block and a half away.
Right, and we should say that the police have not named a suspect yet. The police have not named a person of interest yet, but that doesn't mean they don't have one. They got a search warrant, which means they clearly were able to show a judge that there was probable cause to believe a crime was committed. But the police have been playing this really close to the vest.
This case just keeps getting more complicated by the second. Federal investigators reportedly made major allegations against David after claiming surveillance footage from his home was destroyed. But that did not fully erase the timeline because a neighbor's security camera was still recording and allegedly captured key moments. From Celeste arriving to David, later coming out of the house hours afterward carrying a large rubber bag. Authorities and people online believe that bag may have contained evidence tied to the case, which only made the entire situation appear even darker. David still has not publicly responded, and that silence has only caused more people to keep talking. On top of that, Celeste's family is now reportedly threatening legal action against the LAPD if no arrest is made by the end of the week. Celeste was reported missing in April 2024, and investigators later found her remains in David's Tesla after the vehicle had been sitting at an impound lot for days. Police were reportedly alerted after multiple complaints about a strong odor, and that is when the shocking discovery was made. Since then, several people close to Celeste, including her mother, have said she had been involved with David. There are also serious claims online about when that relationship allegedly began, and those accusations have only made this case even more disturbing.
Trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial.
Really good.
Okay,
it's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
She was reportedly staying full-time at David's house, and most of their communication happened through Discord. They were also going live together quite often, and those streams have now spread everywhere online. One of them really stood out, where Celeste seemed to call him out directly about their situation, especially given her age at the time, and people watching were clearly uncomfortable with what they were seeing. Sources close to Celeste said that even while she was officially reported missing, she was still talking to friends behind the scenes.
They now have evidence that Celeste's family knew about her relationship with David and allowed it. And this comment from 2024 is getting a lot of attention. So someone in Celeste's community commented on a post saying, "I live in Lake Elsinore, 5 to 10 minutes away. There was so much more going on. Her family knew he was with her since she was 11. They didn't care. All they cared for was the money given to them." She said, unfortunately, she was reported missing in 2024, but they all knew where she was. Even her friends extorted David with money so they wouldn't say where she was staying. I think the mom should be held responsible too for allowing a child to move in with a boyfriend at that age. There's a lot more than what's being said. Here in Elsinore, all her friends are talking about it because she was in communication with them. So sad. Said she would sneak out at age 11 even though her neighborhood is horrible, but her parents saw that he had money and became more dependent and would let her leave the house at 13 even though he was 18. She said her mother sold her for $10K a week and he paid so that he wouldn't be seen as a... Which does add up with their Discord messages of her complaining about her parents and him saying, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." And the other crazy thing is that people found this comment on one of David's videos back in 2024 where someone named Robin River said he's waiting on the cops to get David for messing with minors. This is long before many of us knew about him and Celeste would be around 13 at that time. Since then, his account has blown up and people are waiting and hoping that whoever this is Celeste gives us some answers. Rest in peace to Celeste. Let me know what you guys think, and as anything comes out, I'll keep you guys updated.
She had created a separate Discord account known as Deleted User, and only a small circle, including David and her friends, knew about it. That detail alone raised many questions about what was really going on during that period. Earlier this year, she even posted a photo showing an engagement ring that was allegedly given to her by David around the same time, when a fan asked him, "David, are you happily married or single?" He responded, "Me and that Deleted User got a kid on the way." That reply quickly spread online and only added more attention to the situation. What makes this even more intense is that according to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail, her friends said she suddenly stopped responding to messages around late July to early August. That timing lines up closely with the start of David's tour on August 1st, and there are even images circulating that appear to show Celeste present at some of those early shows. And if you think all of this is just random internet talk, think again. There are reportedly real messages between him and Celeste where she's venting about her parents, calling them annoying, and his response was, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." Now, pause for a second. What exactly was he fixing here? Because to a lot of people, that sounds like he was stepping in and handling things in a way that kept control of the situation, even before authorities officially confirmed anything. People close to Celeste were already connecting the dots and fearing the worst. One person said, "This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was picking her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD swept his place in the hills. I'm terrified. That's who was in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore." That statement alone had people online shaken. Another close friend also shared, "Last me and Celeste talked, she was drunk and spam calling David. They have matching tattoos from when they dated." David reportedly had photos of her posted on his Instagram at one point, but after they split, those pictures were suddenly gone. That move alone had people questioning what really happened behind closed doors. One person even said, "Only thing throwing me off is the age, but I'm just going to assume she lied about her age to everyone in our friend group back then because they did date." That statement sparked even more debate online, with people trying to figure out what was actually known and what was being ignored. Things got even stranger when it was revealed that just 2 days after one of their last calls, Celeste completely wiped her account and removed all her pictures too. That sudden disappearance from social media only added more mystery to an already intense situation. Meanwhile, TMZ has reportedly been working closely to track updates on the case, and according to their latest reports, there may be surveillance footage connected to David that has not been fully addressed yet. That detail alone has people asking serious questions about what evidence exists and what is still missing from the public view. Investigators from LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division have also been digging into Celeste's past, trying to piece together everything leading up to her disappearance. A source said she came from a difficult home environment, which may have influenced her decision to leave. There was even a moment on March 19, 2024, where her sister went to a local store asking to review camera footage, hoping to trace her steps after she went missing. Apparently, Celeste had been moving around using multiple fake IDs, trying to present herself as much older than she really was. That detail alone shocked a lot of people because it shows how she was able to move through different places without raising immediate suspicion. Investigators believe the incident may have happened inside David's home, and that is what reportedly gave them enough reason to secure a warrant and carry out a raid on the property. But right when things started closing in, the situation took an even more suspicious turn. The house David was living in wasn't even owned by him. It was a rental costing around $20,000 a month. And as soon as the investigation picked up, he and his manager reportedly left and vanished without a trace. That move alone raised serious red flags because it looked like they were trying to stay ahead of everything unfolding. What makes this even more intense is that the property had surveillance cameras both inside and outside, meaning every movement in and out of the house could have been recorded. But according to the homeowner, full access to that footage was given to David, and now he is nowhere to be found and not cooperating. Authorities are still trying to retrieve that footage, and whatever is on it could end up being the final piece that changes everything in this case. One person said, "I'm surprised he hasn't put out a statement on his behalf. Definitely guilty, but they must only have circumstantial evidence. Going to be hard to pin it because it's been so long." And that right there is what a lot of people are thinking, because if the case was airtight, why is everything moving this slow? Another person added, "Teslas have at least 5 cameras on all corners. They would see who opens the front. It's not moving fast enough. Come on, she needs justice." That comment hit hard because people are starting to question how much evidence is really out there and why it hasn't led to an arrest yet. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the police are taking too long with this case, or are they building something bigger behind the scenes? And do you believe that footage David is holding back could show everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.